Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Colorado's highest court cuts Donald Trump loose.
The court writes in the decision, quote, "We're mindful of the magnitude and weight of the questions now before us. We are likewise mindful of our solemn duty to apply the law without fear or favor and without being swayed by public reaction." Now, the decision marks a reversal from a district judge's ruling last month.
So the court kicks Donald Trump off the ballot for the primary. That's Fox's Greg Jenkins. Now, one of Trump's Republican opponents, Vivek Ramaswamy, posting on X.
This belongs to the people, not to the unelected Democratic cabal of judges in Colorado or any other state.
U.S. Supreme Court expected to weigh in during the appeals process. President Biden travels to Wisconsin today, his second visit in the past 4 months to that state. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
And today is Hump Day. Good morning, Alfred Brown.
I'm Kelly Knapp.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
And welcome to the live and local Real Talk show right here, operating out of Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Yeah, halfway through the week.
We're halfway through the week, is right.
Closer to the big day.
Yeah, Monday. People are going to start celebrating on Friday. You realize that, right?
Of course.
Businesses are going to close early, no doubt.
I'm getting what little bit I have left done in the next day or two, and I'm not coming out of the house.
I've already
this
finished.
weekend. Oh, good for you.
There's
I'm
one,
proud
there's
of
two,
you.
there's enough.
I know. I love my little gifts. Thank you.
Kelly, you need to open that bag right now.
I'm not open on the air. I don't trust it to be something
There's
I might say a bad
There's
word.
a nice sign in there that you can put up in your
I got
office.
a nice one too.
Baby, you make me nervous when you say stuff like that.
I know. I was like, I hadn't brought my gifts in yet. Come in, it was all Christmas gifts everywhere.
Just look at
Yeah,
the
just look at the sign.
just look at the sign.
I'm scared.
Why? There you go.
See, the fact you're laughing makes me nervous.
No,
She
I
has
loved
no
mine.
clue what it is.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I love it.
Dear Santa,
I have issues.
I have issues.
I couldn't think of anything
My
more appropriate
clients
for
were
you.
like that, as well as I had
Yep.
somebody actually say that yesterday.
Mine says I don't need Santa. I have Grandma.
Well, that's a good one too.
I know. I love mine. Oh,
And now we have
Oh, we got
a grand doggy
Yes, now
and
we have
a granddaughter.
oh.
Hey there. Your sweater.
Lulu's wearing Christmas
It's
sweater.
all Christmas time.
Her little Christmas
Yeah.
sweater's cute.
Come on. What's wrong with you?
Sounds like we got a couple more doggies out
I
there.
think that's Jake.
At least Jake.
Yeah. Lulu's got her Christmas. Lucy, I call her Lulu. She's got her Christmas sweater on. She's so cute. Anyway, yeah, a lot happening in the news last night.
Yeah, and I want to go up to New Jersey first. Burlington County, New Jersey, tragedy.
Yes. Yeah, that was sad.
Last night, a helicopter operated by WPVI TV. Pilot and a photographer on it died when the helicopter crashed in a state forest there, a heavily wooded area. And neither one of them survived. Of course, they were killed,
Right.
unidentified right now. The helicopter is owned, they were out of Philadelphia, but it's owned by a company out of North Carolina, U.S. Helicopters.
Yes.
It's on lease. And they were operating in New Jersey for some kind of a story, only about 40 miles from Philadelphia. So,
Yeah, they
anyway.
just left doing their story.
yeah, they finished up everything,
sad,
headed home,
Sad.
and it crashed and burned.
Condolences. Mm.
So, anyway, tragedy, hate it, kind of hits home a little bit.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Fairly new helicopter too. It's not one of them the kind that I refuse to fly on ever again. But
Which one would you refuse to fly?
the Robbie 22s.
The Robbie
Oh,
22s.
it's Robbie actually.
Robies.
Robinson is what they call it.
Uh-uh.
22 and the 44. I've flown on both.
I was telling you, I had a close friend that tried to get me on one of those helicopter tours in Myrtle Beach, and
Not doing that
I
either.
cried so hard. Anything I could do to keep from getting on.
Not going to do that.
Mm-mm.
Some fishermen, coincidentally, included some folks, veterinarians from North Carolina State University, And he was the director of the marine health at the Center for Marine Sciences and Technology. And another one, they stumbled across, they were fishing on Cape Lookout, were walking, and they found a big old sperm whale up on the beach, washed up dead.
Saw that on the news last night.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
that's wow. So they had a team come up from Wilmington, UNC Wilmington, to do a post-mortem exam on the whale, along with the veterinarian team that found him. And they did collect some tissue for further testing, but they were unable to determine the cause of death. So it wasn't like it was a collision with anything or anything like that. No obvious foul play, nothing that they could see.
You see that? I saw the picture on the news last night. The jawbone on that
Yep,
thing.
it's a big. That's a whales can get to be very big. That's a tragic. I hate to see that, and to find out what happened. Hopefully they'll be able to find out something. Likely they will. Sometimes whales, when they get sick, will beach themselves because they're air breathers.
You've heard the saying, a beached whale.
Yep, absolutely.
That was a big one.
Yep. Now let's go out to Colorado.
Oh, Colorado, the state of confusion.
We heard on Fox News a few minutes ago, and everybody's been following it, I'm sure, around the clock on TV. I don't quite understand the Colorado Supreme Court, state Supreme Court. They decided that Trump is an insurrectionist because part of their state laws say if you commit insurrection against this country, then you cannot be on our state ballot.
Right.
So that was the ruling that they put out. Well, that ain't going to last long.
No.
I don't think so either.
It's just not going to last long. All sorts of people, top levels, including Trump opponents, have expressed outrage at this.
Yeah.
Ramaswamy, he went on the attack.
Yes, he did. And I agree with him.
I do too. He has not been any insurrection or any Confederacy era statutes the 14th Amendment is alluding to.
Right.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
I don't know who in the world appointed these people. Are they elected? I guess they are.
Well, Minnesota and Michigan tried to do the same thing. And
The U.S. Supreme Court or a
yes.
federal court of some sort or another. There's a pretty good chance this one we end up in the laps of the Supreme Court.
oh, definitely. I'm sure that the paperwork is being done right now. But the 14th Amendment, and when you get to Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which applies to this, that was written back during
Civil War.
Civil War,
Yeah.
and that was intended, which people can argue that it was intended for that time and era.
Yeah.
And of course, the U.S. Constitution is written as it is. Now, if you feel like you need to go change it or amend it or whatever, then you have to go through the process. But my thing is, once you start amending the U.S. Constitution,
Yep.
we're going to lose a lot
That
of
could be a
rights.
problem.
Yes.
The split in Colorado on that Supreme Court, 4-3. It's all Democrats.
4 Democrats.
All the whole Supreme Court's Democrat.
Right.
So 3 of the Supreme Court members who are Democrats oppose this decision.
Right.
That should tell you something right there.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't think so.
Well, Section 5 out of the 14th Amendment states that it's up to the Congress to vote on that, the U.S. Congress, by 2/3 vote. So I don't believe that the states really have any rights in it, but we'll see. We know it's going to go to U.S. Supreme Court.
Yep.
They're going to knock it down.
You would think so, but
When is it going to go before primaries?
Oh, it'll go.
it'll go first week in January. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Because right now, I think Colorado put a stay on it.
He did until
Until then.
January.
Well, I think a lot of people could argue that Colorado is engaging in voter suppression, judicial activism. An
That
election,
is a very good point. You brought it up before the show too.
election interference.
That's the one.
Yes.
Is this election interference?
I think
In
it
my
is.
book? It is.
And we all know that I do not support Donald Trump.
Same.
We all, yeah, well, you've heard it from all of us that we're
so-
not fans.
No, we're not fans at all.
But I do believe he has the right. I mean, he's going to court for this. I do believe that, this is a situation where he's innocent until proven guilty. My opinion, I have opinions on it.
Well, let's go back to the congressional district there in Myrtle Beach, Conway area,
Yeah.
1970 something, 78, I think. John Jenrette was the congressman representing the district. He was arrested taking bribes, what were FBI agents posing as Arab sheiks, taking money in a motel room, stuffing it cash. And we're talking about greenbacks, stuffing it in his coat pocket, stuffing it everywhere, and laughing the whole time.
Right.
He's on video,
Right.
released to the media. John Jenrette was running for re-election. He had not been tried. He had not been convicted,
Right.
and he won. I think he won re-election. Anyway, it was close either way. But he was able to run. Nobody stopped him.
I think this is a ploy. Again, this is just going to rile folks up and
It
make
is.
things already worser. And I don't even think that's a
Worser,
word.
Worst.
Yeah. More terrible than it already is.
Yep.
We'll just say that. And I don't understand it.
Well, until he's charged and proven guilty of it, I mean, if it's the will of the people to have him on the ballot, then put him on the ballot. I don't think that any state Supreme Court has the right to tell me who I can and can't vote for.
Well, there is very similar pending legal action in Wyoming, West Virginia, South Carolina, Alaska, Texas, Wisconsin, Nevada, Virginia, New Mexico, New Jersey, Oregon, New York, and Vermont.
Not North Carolina.
Not yet.
No, they've already put him on the ballot.
This can be, well,
Well,
This
this,
is crazy.
I mean, but this, starts to feel like election tampering.
it is definitely interference, and it definitely, I would say, is tampering.
I mean,
Go
because,
far. Not until he's convicted.
right, if he's convicted, that's when, but he hasn't been.
He has not been.
And you don't have to like him. I don't like him at all.
Mhm.
But I mean, if he has anybody that wants to run for an office, unless they don't meet guidelines, should be allowed to run.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, they figure if they can keep him off the ballot, he won't get elected.
That's a huge loss.
So who else would be up
Well,
there?
what
Nikki
about all
Haley,
his supporters just write him in?
No,
not in a primary.
because they said you couldn't write it in. They already determined that too. They would not take write-in votes on
Nope.
it.
Is that what they ordered?
This is part of the decision.
Well, then
yes.
this ought to prove this is tampering.
Mhm.
The will of the people. We don't care about y'all.
They're going to burn that state to the ground.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of unrest from it all. I mean, I have no doubt the U.S. Supreme Court will overturn the state's decision.
Well,
but
Colorado said they don't really care what the public outcry is going to be. They anticipate it, but it doesn't matter. That's not what they're ruling on. Not based upon public opinion.
Then what are they basing it on?
Those four people, their opinions.
Those four people with the state Supreme Court, it's their opinion that he was an insurrectionist.
Are state Supreme Court appointed or voted?
This state they're voted on. Yeah.
Well, what
Yes.
about in
I don't
Colorado?
know.
Yes.
Because these people are going to get voted out of a job. I have no
Well,
doubt about that.
It depends
Yeah.
upon. I don't know how Colorado swings.
I'm
Do
about
you?
to look. Well, I think it doesn't matter. I mean, if you've got Democrats dissenting, saying that we shouldn't do this,
You got three
They're
out
gonna
of
use that
three out of the
to-
seven
yeah.
Democrats on the Supreme Court said, "Now this is wrong."
Well, you go back and reference Berger versus the United States in 1921, and that's when Socialist Party of America member Victor Berger of Wisconsin, he was convicted of violating the Espionage Act for opposing U.S. entry into World War I, and they did the same thing to him, and the U.S. Supreme Court overturned it. And he was elected to serve 3 successful terms since then.
I have an
So,
answer.
Okay.
All right.
All 7 justices on the Colorado Supreme Court were appointed by Democratic governors.
Appointed. Okay.
They're
Wow.
appointed. Can you get removed? I don't know how that works.
Let's see. I bet. Let me see. Who is
I don't know, but it's something's going to give. Appointed
That's what it
on the
says
Supreme Court.
on the state Supreme Court.
So
Wow.
the will of the people does not matter.
No.
Huh.
Yep. And the governor, Jared Polis, he's a Democrat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured that. Well, they're
Well,
going to have their hands full
It's
this
going
weekend.
to be a mess.
It's going to be a mess in Colorado.
All right, we're going to take a break, do a little bit of weather, tell you how cold it's going to be, and how much nicer it's going to become. So we got the good, maybe a little bad. We had the ugly last night, but it didn't get as ugly as I thought.
It got ugly enough. It's cold out there.
I know it's cold.
You had the fireplace going.
I did. Had that fireplace going.
That's-
She felt good too. You're live in local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME, your Christmas classic station, and we'll be back with weather in a minute.
Folks, this is Preston Taylor with Piggly Wiggly right here in Jacksonville. We'd like to take this opportunity to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from all of the folks here at Piggly Wiggly.
Are you stuck scrolling endlessly looking for a good sci-fi show? Step away from the algorithm and discover a whole world of TV programmed by humans with Pluto TV. Star Trek The Next Generation, Godzilla, Farscape, Charmed, and The Twilight Zone. All for free. It's TV the way it should be. Pluto TV. Stream now. Pay never.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Great Gas and Oil Company, and of course, Wismart and Chappie's Chicken, located at 4111 Gum Branch Road, right here in Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert, has all you need when it comes to convenience for gas, cold beverages, and a great selection for quick pickup essentials. Enjoy fresh, not frozen, delicious meals at Chappie's Chicken, located inside Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert. So if you're in a hurry, get it all: gas, ice cold beverages, convenience store items, and delicious, fresh, not frozen, Chappie's Chicken at Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert.
Merry Christmas from our family at Flowers on the Move to yours. We are so thankful for every family that we were able to serve in 2020 and look forward to meeting more of our community in 2024. We are here for all of your floral needs, from birthdays to weddings, memorial services, and everything in between. You can visit us online anytime at www.flowersonthemove.com. Don't forget, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Order early for the best deals.
I'm Alyssa. I'm Trinity. Together, we're your Hooters girls. It's the Christmas season. We want to take the time to wish our men and women serving overseas a Merry Christmas. And when you return, make sure to stop by Hooters. Lots of great specials during December. The Fan Filler, 10 wings any style, curly fries, and a fountain drink. We'll see you soon at Hooters in Jacksonville.
If you have a project that requires ready-mix concrete, whether a driveway, patio, livestock housing, outdoor kitchen, or something special for the holidays, Mixed Masters Concrete of Buteville can handle the job. Large or small, Mixed Masters Concrete offers residential, commercial, and agricultural contract work with professional service and fast delivery. Owner Scott Thigpen provides free estimates, and Mixed Masters Concrete will deliver on Saturdays. In addition to expert concrete service, KPT Masonry does complete concrete finishing. So, for ready-mix concrete and professional concrete finishing, phone 910-298-6153. Mixed Masters Concrete and KPT Masonry of Beulaville. Proud to be part of the continuing growth of Eastern North Carolina, and thanks all our military families and all that serve.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. This is Mayor John Davis from Swansboro sitting here at the Dairy Queen, and we invite you to come have a Christmas shake or a sundae with us. And I'd also like to acknowledge our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and acknowledge his birth, and we are thankful for him and the reason we serve this season. To all of the deployed military, we thank you for serving during this Christmas season and your sacrifice of being away from your families. To all of our teachers and our staff downtown, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and thank you guys for all your work.
With Christmas approaching, all of us here at John Stars Electric would like to express thanks to the brave men and women of our military defending our freedom. This season, join us in spreading cheer and showing appreciation to those who serve. In the spirit of gratitude and preparedness, John Stars Electric wants to help ensure your home or business stays powered up when you need it most with a Generac home standby generator. With the unpredictable nature of power outages, it's essential to have peace of mind knowing you have a reliable source of power. Give us a call today at 910-989-1908 or find us on Facebook for a free quote and power up your life with John Stars Electric.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Hey, we're only days away now. Days away before jolly old St. Nick comes calling. I'm going to remind you one more time, well, actually several more times, that there are only 4 days to take advantage of the deals down at Onslow County's #1 boat dealer. That's at Tideline Marine. What are you waiting for? Tideline's doors will open at 8:30 this morning and close at 5 o'clock today through Friday, and they'll close at 2 p.m. on Saturday. Any Aloha pontoon, as luxurious as they come, can be yours, and you'll save yourself $5,000. That's a pretty nice piece of change, regardless of how you look at it. There are also great deals on offshore and nearshore center console boats that'll take you where the big fish like to play. Need a trailer? How about a new Mercury outboard? Stop in today, have a chat with George, Elise, or Todd, and you'll save 10% on the price of either a new boat trailer or a new motor. How about some fishing lures? Make great stocking stuffers. Tideline Marine prides itself on having local professional fishing guides as customers. What Tideline stocks for the pros, they also stock for people like you and me. Tideline Marine and Family, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Small craft advisories in effect through Saturday morning now. Today, offshore northerly winds 15 to 25, diminishing to 10 to 15 this afternoon. Seas 4 to 6 feet, dominant period 10 seconds, sounds and rivers of moderate chop. Tomorrow, northerly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 4 to 6 feet. 2 to 3 near shore, dominant period 10 seconds, sounds and rivers of moderate chop. And on Friday, northeasterly winds 10 to 15, seas 4 to 6, 2 to 3 near shore, sounds and rivers a moderate chop.
Today it'll be sunny, a high of 50. Tonight, clear, cold, low of 25. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 56. Tomorrow night, cloudy, low of 29. And then on Friday, mostly sunny, a high of 55.
And if Chris, you're listening, that wood is coming in real good. Last night I had a fire that was a roaring
You
fire.
sent us a picture. It looked nice.
It's a cool looking
I wanted
fireplace.
to get more marshmallows in.
I thought about that last night. We've got some in there and some chocolate. Oh,
Have a
yeah.
s'more.
That's what Robbie wants to do. So
Give me
let's-
s'mores.
S'mores.
Give me
some
s'more.
more. Okay, let's see what else is going on out there. A lot, all over the place. So we'll keep talking about it. Several of, like we said earlier, of the Republican opponents, those who are running, trying to make sure Trump does not get elected, they've rallied around Trump. After the Colorado Supreme Court removed him from the state's 2024 ballot, they want to defeat him at the ballot box. That's the difference. They don't want any interference. That's the difference. This is nothing but interference. And I think the Colorado Supreme Court could be charged with that.
I would think so. I don't know how
Why
that
not?
works.
Why not?
Can you charge? I don't know. Can you charge a
Well,
justice?
I would think so. For their ruling, I don't know, but I would think this is insurrection.
Well, I just read that
definitely
ruling, and it
interference.
says someone that participates. So I think they're using his being there that day. I think this is a very gray area, and I think that if this stands, it's setting a very dangerous precedent.
The people who walked into the court, or the Congress, they walked into the House.
Those are the insurrectionists.
Those are the insurrectionists.
Yeah.
Now, did he encourage them to go and break the law? That's going to be the only question.
That's what I'm saying. The
That's
gray
the only
area is.
question that you've got to answer is did he order them, encourage them, or was it just because of his presence? I mean, just because somebody is present, if he's not telling them to go break
He
the law,
didn't go break in the building.
No.
I think he said march peacefully.
Yeah.
And then
that is permitted to march peacefully
yes,
because nobody who marched peacefully got arrested.
BLM, they marched peacefully.
Yeah.
So come on now.
Can't have it both ways, y'all.
No, you can't, take things to suit and, mold it to suit your agenda.
As the president, he was the sitting president.
He was.
How much of that did he encourage them to go and violate the law?
He said U.S. President Donald Trump did tell supporters on January 6, 2021 to gather at the U.S. Capitol and try to convince members of Congress to delay the constitutional process that would affirm Biden's presidency. But what's undetermined is a subjective call on whether Trump's use of phrases, "you have to show strength," and demand that Congress do the right thing were meant to condone violence and crimes among right-wing
Absolutely not.
extremists.
Well, a word like gather, like I said, they'll say, let's gather and protest Hamas or Israel. They've been, quote, gathering at college campuses to protest Israel.
Yes.
They have been gathering to protest police throughout. They
Yes.
call it, and those are their words.
How about those who burn police cars?
Right. They're gathering, they say.
But
We're
that was
peaceful.
more than gathering. That was
Wow.
nothing peaceful.
I agree, but that's what I'm telling you what they
I
say.
understand.
So you can't twist something to suit you and then use it against when it doesn't go with something
Nope.
you want. It doesn't work that way. It's
Nope.
either all or nothing. I mean, I don't think he said anywhere, go in there and bust in the building and hold people hostage and burn the place down.
Nope.
I don't think he said any of that.
Well, here's a part of his transcript. After this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down. Anyone you want. I think right here, we're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women. And we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them, because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong. We have come to demand that Congress do the right thing and not and only count the electors who have been lawfully slated. I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices be heard today. And then in a
Well, none of
second
that
speech,
mentions busting in the building.
That's right.
right.
And I think he's, I think he's a moron.
I
So,
think he is
I
too.
mean,
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't support none of that. None of it. I mean, I wouldn't have been involved in any of it.
No.
I mean, just
Yeah, in
ridiculous.
summary, while Trump did not say the word storm or break into the White House,
No, he
Trump
didn't.
indeed told supporters to gather at the U.S. Capitol and tried to convince members of Congress to delay the process that would
But
affirm
he said
Biden's
peacefully,
presidency.
Hold up.
and peacefully.
Black Lives Matter gathered there.
Oh.
The anti-abortionists have gathered there. The
Uh-huh.
abortion rights people have gathered there.
Mhm.
When they were protesting overseas involvement with stuff, they gathered there.
Yep.
So come on now. I mean, either everybody can do it or nobody can, but it can't be this group can and that group can't. And I'm
Yeah,
not defending
I mean-
this insurance. I think this whole thing was stupid.
It
And I
was.
think every one of that went in that building ought to go to jail.
Yes. I do
Period.
too.
Do I think that Trump played a part in this? Yes. By his words and actions that day. But do I think it constitutes insurrection? No. That's my opinion.
I don't think it constitutes it. I think it constitutes stupidity.
I
But,
think that's it. Not
But I
even
mean, that's,
We're right
that
there.
just is what it is.
Absolutely right
Yeah,
there.
but I do not call the insurrection occurred by that guy with the horns on his head, that
They were
Quran guy or whatever,
extreme.
the Proud Boys in there. Those are insurrectionists.
Yes, they were right-wing
Yes.
extremists.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Yeah.
Good morning, Dr. Rose. How are you?
Good morning. How's everybody today?
We're
Oh,
cold.
we're good.
Yeah.
It's
How
a
are you?
little chilly.
Mhm.
It's a little cold over here too, but I'm sure that it's a little colder here than at your place.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. I got some stuff to start out with right up front this morning. There have been 14.
All right.
There have been 14 flu deaths in North Carolina so far this year, and the latest is a young girl from the east.
Yes.
The fourth grader's death is prompting health officials to warn of the dangers of not only the flu but also of COVID and RSV. There are 80 to 90 positive COVID and RSV cases in children, with over 370 positive flu cases just last week recorded with the ECU health system. That includes 9-year-old Jasmine Kite, a fourth grader at Wells Elementary School in Wilson. She died from the flu. This is getting critical, is it not?
It is. It is. But if we put it in perspective, this is something that happens almost every year or every year. Last year, actually, I think our flu numbers were probably a little bit higher. And we were seeing children that were as sick as now, or maybe even a little sicker. So we really have to have it in perspective. Every year we put our hands up and go, oh my gosh, this is terrible. This is the worst it's ever been. And we run around and try to fix the problem sort of with our reactions and not with our responses. So that I just caution, let's put all of that into perspective, sit back a little bit and say, okay, what can we do so that we protect our families? The most important thing is protecting our families and protecting the vulnerable. And so that's what we have to think, and that's what we can talk about. I think that's the best thing, because otherwise it's just panic, and panic added to an alarm and a concern, it's not going to be helpful.
Yeah. And with the Christmas season upon us, a lot of kids are already out of school, and a lot of kids who may or may not be sick, but a lot of them who have some kind of a flu or flu-like illnesses or whatever, going to see grandpa in the nursing home, or going to see grandma when she's at home cooking, and she's at a vulnerable age and perhaps not quite as strong as she has been in the past. That should be frowned on.
I believe so. I heard a lot of those kinds of stories from last week, where the families did not change what they're going to do, and out of respect and love for your family members, and consideration for others, not just your family members and others, that you're taking your children and yourselves out when you're not feeling well. I would urge for a thoughtfulness in all of that.
Yeah.
Because we're just hanging on to our plans and not making sure that other people's health and welfare is taken care of as well.
Yeah. You'd hate to be the cause of sending grandparents to the hospital or your parents to the hospital if you take your sick little kids there just because it's Christmas time.
Absolutely. And it's so hard for us to stop our plans and we've been waiting for these things to happen. But a moment of pause, if your child is developing a fever right the weekend before Christmas, we need to figure out, well, what am I going to do? Am I going to do everything the same and just ignore it? Or are we going to do something different? You can celebrate, if right now your family is sick, you can celebrate Christmas the week after Christmas. It's not going to hurt anything. I guarantee you that the Christmas spirit can still be there. It's just up to us to infuse the holiday.
For sure.
But yeah, there's a lot of after Christmas illness. It goes up 3 times because people are just so adamant about sticking with their plans. If you are sick, then plan to do something else. Nothing wrong with wearing your PJs at home, having some hot cocoa, and just watching some movies and changing those plans. Everybody will be safe, and you'll be content afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, Dr. Rose, I got a statement and then a question for you. Well, my statement is I have a client that yesterday informed me, because I haven't talked, they had been sick. Well, they ended up having the flu, and this person is like 57, I think. And they had a severe case of COVID like 2 years ago. I mean, like put them in the hospital COVID, and they said this flu that they had, because they ended up in the hospital here again with this flu. They said it was 10 times worse than the COVID they had, and it dehydrated them so badly they had to get put in the hospital with the like diarrhea. And the doctors had told my client that staying hydrated helps. If you're hydrated when you get the flu, you'll have less likely symptoms, because their husband got it in mild symptoms, but she had been so severely dehydrated. She said it was worse than the COVID that she had, and she had a terrible case of COVID. And all 10 of her grandchildren have the flu. All of them.
Oh, wow.
And what's weird is some of them don't even live in this state. So they're not even all in the same state. 4 of them are here, and the rest are in two other states.
They were FaceTiming, weren't they?
I don't know. And then my question for you, Dr. Rose, is this. So I have a client in their 20s, and they had COVID last week or the week before. And they had a symptom that I had saved. I wrote down to ask you, because I've never heard of it. And I said, I'm not sure this is a symptom. And I actually urged them to call their doctor just to make sure. They were coughing up blood. Is that a COVID symptom? Is that I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, that is a symptom of any bronchitis type illness. And the reason that happens is you're coughing so hard that you injure your airways, so sort of like your bronchioles, and so you're coughing up blood. It's concerning because hemoptysis, that's what the medical word for that is, also a sign of pretty bad illnesses like TB. So if you are coughing up blood, it's probably because you're coughing so forcefully and not stopping, so you're injuring those airways, and so that you're producing blood from your airways at the same time. But it's such a serious sign that you do want to seek your doctor, just to make sure it's not something more serious, that you don't need an X-ray. I would almost every time I hear that, unless they tell me I just got into this coughing spell, I could feel that sensation, and even at that, I would probably get the X-ray just to make sure that there's not some other lung condition that's going on. But if you have that symptom, that should get checked. But most likely it is because you're just coughing so hard, and just the coughing that hard is a concern.
Well,
what is making you cough that hard?
I would agree with that, except they also had nosebleed. And what do you have, Ebola?
Well, that's if you have, if you're blowing your nose from sinus, you can do the same thing.
I mean, and this kid's like 22, so they're healthy for the most part. But I urged them. I said, you need to go to the doctor, because my thought was, what if it has turned into pneumonia, and that's why they're coughing up. And the only reason I say that, it actually happened to me a long time ago. I had pneumonia in the summer. Didn't know I was sick. I had no fever. And by the time we realized that I'm coughing up blood, they thought I had TB. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, but it turns out it was this pneumonia, and I'd had it for so long, my lungs were actually just bleeding, but I had no symptoms. It was wild, but that's me, but okay. That's what I thought. I've just never heard of anybody having bleeding with COVID. It's weird.
It's probably because of what I said.
Okay.
It's an airway issue, and you're just injured. The airways have been injured enough that they're just very frail, and it's coughing. So I would say that your friend needs to be seen by the doctor, even though he's 22.
Yeah.
He did things just like don't ignore the fact that your family's sick,
right?
And go visit grandma.
Mhm.
Don't ignore
Correct.
things that sound very unusual. So
And that's
I
unusual.
say things
Yeah.
like this,
Okay.
if I don't see something almost at all, and I see it, at 30 years of practicing
Mhm.
medicine, that is too unusual. I have to do something about that
I understand.
and figure out what that is. So in that case, that person should see their doctor.
Okay.
Got it.
And by the way, if you want to celebrate Christmas, you've got it here, particularly in North Carolina, through about the 5th of January, because that's the old Christmas, also known as the little Christmas. Celebrate.
January
heard of
6th,
that.
my stuff's coming down.
Mine's coming down like December 26th. What are you talking about? Like I've had it up since November 1st.
Yeah, I've done that before too.
All right. And by the way, they've at the hospital in Wilmington, they've not allowing
Anyone
anyone
Visitors,
under
yeah.
13
Yep.
to visit inside any hospital rooms.
I don't blame them. Yeah.
So
I think that's wise.
I do too.
agree.
I do too.
Children, children don't always show that they're sick,
Yeah.
and they're the ones that are the most susceptible to getting sick and spreading
Okay.
germs. So yes, that makes sense to me.
You're going to be out of town next week after Christmas?
Me,
Yeah.
will be in town. We're just going to have a nice, quiet Christmas. It's going to be Dave, Hannah, and I, and we're just going to have a splendidly peaceful time.
Sounds like a
Okay.
winner.
Christmas.
And so we'll see you next Wednesday then, right?
And Merry Christmas.
Yes, and everybody, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, Doc.
Stay safe and stay well.
Always. All right, we'll take a break here. We'll be back after this break, and we got some more to talk about. And if you want to chat, now's your time. 910-333-0139. You're live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 and 1120 AM, your Christmas classic station.
Hello, this is Senator Michael Lazzara, and as the holiday season approaches, I find myself reflecting on the many blessings of the past year and the unwavering spirit of our community. During this special time, I want to extend my warmest wishes to each and every one of you. May this Christmas season bring you moments of joy, peace, and cherished memories with loved ones. It is a time to celebrate the bonds we share and the values that unite us, embracing the spirit of giving, kindness, and compassion. As we look forward to the new year, let us continue to nurture the sense of community and resilience that defines us. Together, we will forge a path of progress and prosperity, rooted in the principles that we hold dear. Wishing you and your families a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, filled with blessings, hope, and endless possibilities.
This is Commissioner Robin Knapp, Vice Chairman of the Onslow County Board of Commissioners. I just wanted to take this time to thank each and every one of you for your continued faith and support of our commissioners and our county staff. Additionally, I wanted to convey my heartfelt wishes for all of you to have a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. As we say goodbye to 2023 and usher in 2024, it is my earnest wish that God will continue to bless the citizens of Onslow County as we honor and celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Let us not forget the real reason for Christmas and to continually thank God for all the blessings that He has bestowed upon us and to remember those in our community that are less fortunate than we are. Let us continue to grow in faith and love as we strive to make Onslow County an even better place to live, work, and raise our families. It is a time to share family memories and encourage each other to strive to be better and focus on the betterment of our community. Additionally, take this time to remember our service members who are separated from their loved ones overseas as they protect our nation as the first line of defense and protecting our way of life. and to our first responders who run to danger to protect the innocent. Remember their family members as well as they cope with the separation of their loved ones and the long hours to keep our nation and community safe. I hope and pray 2024 brings great prosperity and blessings to our nation and to our county, and together we will move forward with tremendous progress, growth, safety, and peace. May God bless all of you, and again, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you, and please stay safe.
C&S Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957, with 3 locations serving the Crystal Coast, has everything you need from brushes to Olympic stain and quality Benjamin Moore paint. Benjamin Moore offers unmatched color and durability, so the color will last for years to come. Whether a do-it-yourselfer or paint contractor, when you shop C&S Paint Center with 3 locations, you're not just improving your home or construction site, you're supporting a local business too. C&S Paint Center, Olympic Stain, and Benjamin Moore. Paint for everything that matters. C&S Paint Center, 105 Wayne Drive, Morehead City, 6 Doris Avenue, Jacksonville, and 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point. C&S Paint, phone 910-455-0210. Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957.
If you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Mitsubishi pre-owned car or truck, look no further than Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard. Because at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, and guarantee all their customers financing. At Bob Mills, there is no high pressure, no smoke and mirrors, or running back and forth to a sales manager. Buying a new Mitsubishi or quality pre-owned car or truck should be a fun experience, and that's what you'll have at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard in Jacksonville, because they give it away.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
Hello, Onslow. Royce Bennett here with Century 21 Champion Real Estate. This time of year, I just can't help but think of how blessed we all are. We live in a great country where we can worship as we please, speak our mind, travel where we desire, and choose our own destiny. But I also realize that there are many who are less fortunate than I. So let's remember to share a bit of what God has blessed us with during this Christmas season. Many individuals, civic organizations, and local businesses, including Champion Real Estate, will be supporting the Salvation Army this season by ringing the red kettle bells. Be sure to thank them and deposit what you can in the kettle. The Salvation Army is serving the less fortunate in Onslow County every day. If I can help you with real estate or county issues, please feel free to contact me. And always remember that Jesus is the reason for the season. Merry Christmas, and I wish you a safe and happy New Year.
S&H Feed and Garden would like to take this time to thank our customers for their patronage and wish you and yours best wishes for a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. S&H Feed and Garden, 4043 Freedom Way, Hubert, has been serving Swansboro and surrounding areas with garden and feed supplies since 1978. 'Tis the season to get your Christmas trees cut fresh in the North Carolina mountains and crabapple trees while they last. At S&H Feed and Garden, we are your one-time stop for all your gardening and feed needs. Bedding plants, perennials, hanging baskets, vegetable plants and seeds, as well as herbs, all grown on site. Don't forget, Christmas trees are going fast. Get yours while they last. This holiday season, stop by S&H Feed and Garden, 4043 Freedom Way, Hubert. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from S&H Feed and Garden. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, Saturday, 8 to 5, closed on Sundays. Phone 910-326-5690.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
I'm going to give you a story about hypocrisy, right? You ready for this one?
Probably not, but do it.
We're going to go down to Austin, Texas.
Okay.
A progressive congressman from that area associated with the Squad. He voted proudly when he was a city council member a couple of years ago to defund the Austin Police Department. As a result, they lost about $100 million in funding.
Oh, my.
Yep. and they've lost over 800 people in the last few years, 800 officers the last few years.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So now he has sent a request to the White House, to the federal law enforcement officers to provide him police patrol at his home. And he's asking them to intervene and ask the Austin Police Department to do that.
I wouldn't patrol if I was a cop. I'm sorry, I would not. What's happened that makes him? Was something occurred that makes him?
Well,
wanna
he's
have
just participating
he's
with
a victim.
He's a victim.
Don't start. That victim is not going to fly with this, buddy.
His name is Greg. It's either CASAR. I don't know whether that's KSAR or SASAR. But anyway, he called the Austin Police Department a week ago, said that they were racist. Now he wants them to patrol his house.
Oh, please.
As a retired, the Austin Police Retired Officers Association posted on X Tuesday, we want everyone in Austin to feel safe, but this seems to use to us as the height of hypocrisy from the Congress. And maybe he should hire private security like the fellow squad members do. Sure seems like he wants the police in his neighborhood, just not yours. Let's take a break. You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME.
Bryn Mawr Jewelers, proudly serving the Jacksonville area with the brilliance you deserve for 73 years, invites you to visit them at 1136 Western Boulevard next to Sam's this holiday season. Locally owned and operated by the Queen of Diamonds, Lisa Lutz Keys and Luke Keys, look forward to showing you why only the finest diamonds makes it to their showcase, bringing you the brightest holiday season ever. In addition to fine diamonds and precious stones, you'll find watches, rings, bracelets, necklaces, charms, and remember, no one does I do like they do. Bryn Mawr Jewelers, Jacksonville's oldest jeweler, also specializes in custom design. Bryn Mawr Jewelers takes the time to wish you and yours a happy holiday and the best in the coming new year. Bryn Mawr Jewelers, 1136 Western Boulevard next to Sam's, serving Jacksonville since 1950. Visit brynmawrjewelers.com or by phone at 910-455-2994.
Modern Exterminating 627 College Street, Jacksonville has proudly been serving the pest control needs of Onslow and surrounding counties since 1952. That's 70 years of protecting the health and property of our citizens from rodents, termites, mosquitoes, and all other pests. Modern Exterminating offers inspection without obligation. Being authorized to serve government quarters, Modern Exterminating takes this opportunity to thank those who serve and allowing us to handle all your pest control needs. If what they use don't zap them, they'll trap them. And if you're not satisfied, they'll step on them. The bug stops here. Modern Exterminating, family owned and operated since 1952. Call today, 910-455-5122. That's 910-455-5122 for Modern Exterminating.
Coastal Bank and Trust thanks you for allowing us the privilege of handling all your banking needs, including personal and commercial loans to mortgage services. With locations in Jacksonville, Holly Ridge, Richlands, and Morehead City, Coastal Bank and Trust truly is a community bank dedicated to those we serve and is proud to be a part of the continued growth of Onslow, Carteret, and surrounding counties, and looks forward to meeting you. Thank you for voting us the best of the best 5 years in a row. FDIC insured and an equal housing lender. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to paint it, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties. If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team, serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax. We're on the way.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 SME.
And we're back in a couple of minutes here in this hour, so hang in there. Hey, Bill, how are you?
Hi, good morning. Good morning. I was just calling, I guess, that where they had that wreath for across America, and it was sort of a last-minute thing that you guys were notified to try and get the word out. But it hit me as where if they had plans for, the future that from when they started, say if they asked for 10-year donations, $150, 20-year donations, $300, and invested it for the future in different things, increments of investments for the future. And I think, at times when, if you ask I can get 2 for $30, et cetera, if they would specify to a lot of people who's veterans, contact them and said, would you like a wreath? And this is what, you pay this much and we'll put them out for the next 10 years, this much for the next 30 years at those grave sites, and invest it. And in different, increments, here's a 10-year investment, here's a 20-year investment, so that they're all coming due like just prior to Christmas, so that the money then is available, money markets, say money market accounts throughout this year, so it's ready for.
That's not a bad idea. Maybe the people who may be running next year's program, I might know who they are, and they might want to take on something like that. At least start early.
Yeah, and just
at least start early.
Start right away.
Yeah. All right, Bill, go run.
So, and I was looking at just some of the plastic wreaths for myself at the house, and over at Walmart, and I was like, those look good, and you can reuse them.
All right,
good idea.
Good idea, Bill. Thank you.
Bye, Bill.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Yes. Yep. Yes. Merry Christmas.
All right.
Happy holidays.
Yes, sir. You're live and local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Guess what we are? We're your Christmas classic station. Fox News is now.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Chris Foster. Legal scholars disagree over the Colorado Supreme Court's decision to remove Donald Trump from the presidential primary ballot for his role in the January 6th Capitol riot under the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. Ohio Senate Republican J.D. Vance tells Fox it's an assault on democracy.
This is now, to me, an assault not just on one man, but on the Republican Party's ability to select its nominee for the general election.
There are similar cases in other states, and it's likely the Supreme Court will have the word. Mexico's President Lopez Obrador says a new Texas law making illegal entry a state crime is about Governor Greg Abbott trying to be the Republicans' vice presidential candidate. Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick on the Ingram Angle on Fox.
We know that hundreds of people on the terrorist watch list have been apprehended. That doesn't count all the people we don't catch.
There are legal challenges that say the federal government has sole authority over immigration. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
All right, let's talk about the story he just talked about a little bit. Greg Abbott and, the great state of Texas, they want to enforce, make a state law that illegals cannot come across the state border. Okay?
Right.
Cannot break into their state. The federal government is maintaining that the immigration laws are their responsibility. Okay. But if you're not doing your job, what do you expect to happen? Let me give you another example. Bank robbery is a federal crime.
It is.
But it's also armed robbery in North Carolina. And North Carolina can prosecute you as an armed robber for robbing a bank.
Don't they always do it that way? Or
Not always. It can be done the other way. And,
what's the other way?
well, the federal government can arrest you.
I see what you're saying.
It's a federal crime. Yes.
Okay, I see what
Illegal
you're
immigration is a federal crime.
I was right there with you,
saying.
Kelly.
Where
I was
you're
like,
going?
what?
Like, wait, where are you going with that? Okay, that makes sense.
It's a federal crime, but the state of Texas wants to make it a state law, making it illegal to break into Texas.
Okay.
Well, here we go again. Once with involving state courts versus federal courts.
If the state government, if the federal government cannot stop them from coming across at unsanctioned entry points, that's what the state of Texas wants to do. Sneak across the border, in other words.
Right.
They want to come across for a federal jurisdiction. Let them come across where it's legal for them to come across, or so to speak.
Well, I have a question too, and this is just a question. I need to stop thinking weird stuff, but we don't hear a whole lot about people illegally crossing into New Mexico. It's right there on the border. Is there a reason why?
I don't know.
Is it treacherous? I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm literally
And
just
maybe
asking.
they are, and just nobody's doing anything about it. Arizona was really having a time at one time, right next door,
Yeah. So
and they were enforcing it. They had deputy
just
sheriffs
wondering,
enforcing it.
In New Mexico, are they just not doing?
Don't
I just want to know. You know what? I got to look at it. I need to know. I don't know why I need to know, but I just do. Yeah, I just want to know.
Well, there are millions have made it across the border. As we know, they've caught hundreds, if not thousands, of people who cannot fly. They are not supposed to be anywhere. They're terrorists. They're smugglers. They even caught a load, was it last week, I think, a load of dope, a big load of dope, came across in a tractor trailer rig, hidden among another item. And guess what? The guy had been making trips back and forth all the time because he had one of those entry cards that said he could come and go without having any problems. But they stopped him.
I have an answer.
And they put the dogs on him.
According to this, data provided by the U.S. Customs and Border Patrol shows that in its El Paso sector, which includes western Texas and New Mexico, the number of people that agents have encountered at the border between 2021 and 2023 has doubled to 427,471. So yes, they are crossing into there.
So how many got across that got through that they don't know anything about? You can't count those. You don't know how to count those.
No, absolutely. Because you don't know. Yeah.
So why cannot Texas or any state along the border prevent them from coming into that state?
according to this, it says migrant smuggler. This was quite a few months ago. Are growing bolder on New Mexico roads. They speed through the highway checkpoints and they lead the Border Patrol agents on chases, trying to get their, like, you know, they're like coyotes. They're bringing them through, you know, in vehicles and stuff. Okay. Yikes. Oh, in Albuquerque, they're saying as of last month, some of them, the human trafficking, and they've been starved, physically and sexually abused, and they are trafficked that way. Because I think part of what's happening is the spotlight is on Texas and to a degree California. So New Mexico's kind of like.
Tell me the political affiliation of New Mexico's governor.
All right.
I want to say Democrat, but Democrat. It's a female. Michelle Lujan Grisham.
Would you not understand why?
Oh, she's the first Democratic Hispanic woman to be elected governor in U.S. history.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Now you understand.
All right. Yep. It's a lot. Yep. It does.
I guarantee you that she's made sure that the local police enforce any laws that are pertaining to the border.
You're probably right in that.
And there will be no laws passed by their legislature to prohibit, to make it a state violation, a state law to come across the border illegally. They won't do it. Texas is doing it. And I guess some say it's because the governor there, he wants to be vice president under whoever the president is, Republican nominee. So we'll see. Don't know.
The previous governor prior to this lady was a female. She was a Republican. She served 2 terms. And the problem is in New Mexico, you can only serve 2 terms. Then you have to set out a term. Then you can rerun. So
maybe she'll rerun.
She did her 2 terms. And then now she had sat out because this lady just got elected in 2019, which means she's going to be up for re-election next year, this current governor. Yeah. And it's her first term as governor. We'll see how that works out for her.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Senator Tillis announced yesterday that will introduce the Constitutional Election Integrity Act, legislation that would prevent state politicians and state entities like the Colorado Supreme Court from disqualifying presidential candidates from the ballot on constitutional matters that should be decided by only the Supreme Court. That's what he's thinking.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do.
Because you're not going to get the same ruling. Obviously, you won't get it in every state. Every state's not going to feel the same.
Well, you can pretty much count on anything a state does anyway. There's going to be somebody on the other side that's going to send it to the U.S. Supreme Court. But I understand what Tillis is doing. I have to agree with it.
I agree with him totally. If it's a presidential election, in presidential questions, then that probably needs to be done by the Supreme Court.
Oh, I agree to that. Yes, I agree. I agree.
Oh, I believe he's spot on that one. Okay, what else we got cooking out there?
Well, you know, the North Carolina governor put Duplin in a state of emergency from all the rains that we had affecting the farms.
Yep. Those rains back during some heavy hurricane weather.
Right.
Those where they've got hog farms.
Hog farms.
And they got
turkey farms.
And they got these earthen dams around the area. They can often get breached.
Yes.
And the waste ends up going everywhere into neighboring streams. During, was it Florence? No, during one back in the 1990s, late 1990s. It was so bad that there were dead hogs floating down in front of the Wilmington waterfront.
Ooh.
Yes.
Dead hogs.
That's how high they drowned up in Duplin County, and they came down river.
I remember that.
They ended up in the rivers, the streams first in the river, and here they come.
You would think these hog farms, well, I know that hurricanes aren't every year, but I would still Wonder if some way you could dig ditch. I don't know. Something to
They
control
built
water.
big earthen dams around it. Is
Yes,
what they
they
did, but they
did.
were breached with all the water.
Wow.
So
I
it
remember
was not
some of it,
adequate.
yeah.
Don't want that to happen again.
Mm.
A conservative policy group has filed an ethics complaint against Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson for willfully omitting required income disclosures for years while serving on the federal bench. The Center for Renewing America, a think tank led by former Senator, senior Trump White House official Russ Vought, sent a letter to the Judicial Conference with allegations that Jackson willfully failed to disclose required information about her husband's malpractice consulting income for more than a decade. The letter suggests that the Judicial Conference should refer Jackson's possible ethics violations to Attorney General Merrick Garland and let him investigate and possible civil enforcement.
Goodness.
Oh, my.
Well, I've got a story that would shed light on why, we've had a lot of criticism about Onslow County schools, but let me tell you something. Lee accompanied my agency on our judging for the Red Ribbon
Yes,
Banner
that
contest
was-
at end of October,
I
which is
enjoyed
held
that.
every year. And you got to see firsthand, you can't just get onto our campuses here. Like they have to, the doors are actually locked. They have to buzz you
Yep.
in,
That's right.
which is a good thing. So, which I'm very thankful for because, some schools such as my grandson, I think are still a little too open, but I wish they could build a wall around it or something to keep where you have to walk outside to get to other classrooms. But anyway, in Washington State, a man has recently been arrested again. Okay, let me back up. So this guy's 36. He's a creepo, just based on his pictures. He's a weirdo. I have a lot of issues with some of what he's doing, but he's 36 years old. So what happened was he went to a ballet class, and young kids were in there, and they were changing their clothes or whatever. And he would start bent down and like sniffing their feet. It's creepy, like sexually.
Sniffing their feet.
Yeah, the kids. But he also followed a young girl into a dressing room. He closed the door and started inappropriately touching her.
Oh.
See, I would have killed this guy, but regardless. Okay. So then the police, they looked at the surveillance footage and they deemed it probable cause to arrest him for 4th-degree assault with sexual motivation and unlawful imprisonment for the sexual motivation was it touching her plus sniffing their feet because he did it apparently in the video like sexually. So then 2 weeks later, this idiot returned to the same dance center. Employees recognized him. The police were called and they arrested him outside of a classroom area of dancers. So this guy's got, in my opinion, he's a problem. So then the police, they call it a commander, but I believe it's like somebody super high up or maybe a chief. I don't know. It's in, he said there was enough evidence to charge him with a felony, but the DA's office said no. They gave him a misdemeanor and released him from jail. Now, this is where the school part comes into. In the last 10 days, he has started appearing at local elementary schools. And he was surveillance footage caught him inside the school. He was sitting at a table in the library. So he got into the school because apparently they don't have the same kind of cool system we have here. And so they charged him with criminal trespass. And now they're starting an investigation. This guy right here is going to kidnap a kid. That's exactly what's going to happen. But this is why, people that complain about the school security here, I have witnessed it firsthand. You can't get into a classroom. They have to buzz you in for the most part. So I am thankful we have that layer of security, and apparently Washington State needs it. But this guy's going to kidnap a kid. I want it noted that I said that.
Yeah, well, I think by not prosecuting him to the full extent of the law, the district attorney should be held accountable the next time anything occurs.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
All right.
We got Tim.
Merry Christmas, Timmy.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
He sounds bad.
My fine Christmas present.
How long you been sick?
I started feeling bad Sunday evening.
Okay. You sound
A
terrible.
little bit. I went to work Monday morning.
Uh-huh.
Plus, by the time I got to work, I was sick. and I just turned around and went back home. Went to the doctor yesterday. I been checked for COVID, and didn't have it. Went to the doctor yesterday, and you got a flu.
Did you get a flu shot this year?
Well, you got the other flu. Sir?
Did you get a flu shot this year?
Yes, sir. But this is a different type.
Oh, you got one of them weird ones.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and the doctor looked. They said it's going around. So you're the second one this morning.
Oh, no.
Y'all make me want to just stay away from everybody.
Well, yeah, I'm quarantined at the house. She told me not to. Takes 5 to 7 days, and don't get in contact with nobody.
Yeah.
And it's the first time I have ever watched y'all live.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Oh, good.
All this time.
Hey, Tammy.
Everybody wave at Tim.
I watch it that night,
Yeah.
but it's cool. But now what I wanted to talk about, what Rachel was touching base on, Duke, Kansas in a state of emergency.
Yeah.
Back when the hogs was coming into Wilmington after Hurricane Floyd. I mean, you had hogs and cows, sheep, horses, you name it, it died. Wildlife died.
Yep.
And then, now I'm gonna lay part of the problem, which is this high water they just had, is we got what we call mosquito ditches.
Yeah.
And I know Rachel probably knows what that is. And
know them well.
They run from a highway over into the woods. And they used to keep them cleaned out, but the EPA said, no, you can't do that anymore. So these ditches are stopped up and the water can't go nowhere.
Yep.
And that is part of the problem over in Newfoundland County, part of the problem in North Carolina, especially eastern North Carolina. And what they used to do, they used to let prisoners clean the ditches, and they give them time off for it. But that has not been done in a long time, and that is part of your problem. That the water cannot drain. That's part of it, not all of it, but that's part. And I just wanted to throw that in there. That you can thank the good old EPA for some of that.
Yep. Sometimes we don't need them to come in here and tell us what to do, but they always will.
Oh yeah, they do. And I just, somebody's got to override them and clean the ditches out. And they'll hire contractors. And I had one guy was telling me, they had a contractor clean up the upper part of New River. They did a sorry job. They didn't want to pay them because they didn't do the job. But they wound up going to court. They're paying them anyway for doing not what they should have done.
Well, there are several things that will help if you keep them clean. One is the flooding of a lot of homes when those creeks do get filled up. And my former co-host here, she lost her home because of it. The creek behind her house had not been cleaned out because she was on decent ground, high ground, but the water came in.
Her house was on stilts.
Yeah, her house was on stilts, and the water came up into the house part, the living area.
Yeah.
So, it's and because the ditches have not been cleaned out.
Yep.
And we hear that all the time. And it's also great for mosquito control. If the water is not running, if it's just standing there, guess what happens? Mosquitoes lay their eggs there and hatch there.
Creepy.
Yeah, they're all over the place at that time.
Water.
Yep. They will not last in the running water. They just go away.
That was my 2 cents worth because I had planned on coming in there Friday. I didn't come in there now. But I was going to bring that $100 to start up that, if y'all wanted to start that up next year.
Yeah, we're going to start that in January.
Yeah, we'll start in
I
January.
saw the part where Robin laid the wreath on his dad's grave
He
and
did.
it put a lump in my throat. I really like that. And then I got to think about how sorry I am. I got a granddad and a dad down there in Oslo Park. I could have done the same thing for them. One of them World War II, one World War I.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so, Robin, thank you. I mean, I'm so proud of you for doing that. And but it made me think I should have done it too.
Well,
And I had.
we'll do it next year with you. And
it doesn't have
Robbie
to be
does
that.
it every year.
There's Christmas, there's New Year's,
does
there
a
are other
lot.
holidays,
Yeah.
there are all sorts, or just for nothing.
Mm-hmm. Memorial Day.
Oh yeah, but I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Tell Robin, I really enjoyed it.
I will tell him. Yeah.
But y'all be good. I'm gonna get off here.
All right, thank you, Timmy.
Bye, Tim. I hope you feel better.
We'll see you later.
You sound
if we
well.
I do too. I'm working on it.
If you feel like calling on Friday, go ahead and call.
Yeah.
I may. I may
You
do
can
that.
come down, but you'll have to sit
Y'all take care,
outside.
be quick.
All right, you take care.
All right, I'll see you later. Bye.
Let's take a break. We got some weather to do. We'll be back on the other side. 910-333-0139. You're live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME, and worldwide at WSME971.com. And this is your Christmas classic station. Don't forget it.
From the family here at S&H Feed and Garden Supply, we'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Modern Exterminating, family owned and operated since 1952, would like to take this opportunity to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and the best in the coming new year. Modern Exterminating considers it a privilege to service those that serve us, from first responders to the brave men and women of our military. Remember, the bug stops here. From our family to your family, Merry Christmas from Modern Exterminating.
I'm Trinity. I'm Alyssa. Together, we're your Hooters girls. We're celebrating the Christmas season throughout December.
If you buy a gift card for $25, you'll get a $5 cashback reward that you can use after the new year.
We have BOGO wings, any style, on Monday and Wednesday.
It's Burger Day on Tuesday. Build it any way you want.
Fridays, you get crab legs back at $19.83 prices. $19.83 for a pound.
From both of us, we wish you a Merry Christmas.
With Christmas approaching, all of us here at John Stars Electric would like to express thanks to the brave men and women of our military defending our freedom. This season, join us in spreading cheer and showing appreciation to those who serve. In the spirit of gratitude and preparedness, John Stars Electric wants to help ensure your home or business stays powered up when you need it most with a Generac home standby generator. With the unpredictable nature of power outages, it's essential to have peace of mind knowing you have a reliable source of power. Give us a call today at 910-989-1908 or find us on Facebook and power up your life with John Stars Electric.
Flatwoods Outfitters of Hubert takes this opportunity to say thank you for your past patronage and to wish you and yours a safe and happy holiday season. Being the oldest sporting and firearm facility in Oslo County, Flatwoods Outfitters has a long gun or pistol in stock, whether for hunting or personal safety. Take advantage of their outdoor shooting range to practice or to learn how to safely operate your firearm, which Flatwoods highly recommends. At Flatwoods, you can sight in your scope to be sure of perfect accuracy to bag that trophy. They carry all the major brand names of long guns, shotguns, and pistols, as well as ammunition. If you are interested in a concealed weapon permit, Flatwoods Outfitters of Hubert can assist with that also. If a sporting arm is on your holiday shopping list, you will find it at Flatwoods Outfitters, 111 2nd Amendment Lane, just off Highway 24 in Hubert, where they aim to preserve our hunting heritage, wildlife, and Constitution. Once again, thank you and happy holidays from Flatwoods Outfitters of Hubert. Mixmasters Concrete of Beulahville takes this opportunity to thank you for allowing them to continue to be a part of the growth and development of our area and to wish you and yours a safe and happy holiday season. If you need ready-mix concrete for residential, commercial, or agricultural purposes, call Mixed Masters Concrete today at 910-298-6153. They deliver on Saturdays and will connect you with a professional concrete finisher such as KPT Masonry of Beulahville. From driveways, patios, to livestock housing, nobody does concrete harder or quicker than Mixed Masters Concrete of Beulahville. Mixed Masters Concrete, wishing you the best for the holidays and the coming new year.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. This is Mayor John Davis from Swansboro sitting here at the Dairy Queen, and we invite you to come have a Christmas shake or a sundae with us. And I'd also like to acknowledge our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and acknowledge his birth. And we are thankful for him and the reason we serve this season. To all of the deployed military, we thank you for serving during this Christmas season and your sacrifice of being away from your families. To all of our teachers and our staff downtown, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and thank you guys for all your work.
Wismart and Chappie's Chicken. And for over 50 years, Great Gas and Oil Company has kept our community comfortable year-round with quality heating and cooling products and dependable service. In addition to heating and air conditioning service, Great Gas and Oil Company does generators, tankless water heaters, and quality appliance repair. For service, phone 910-347-7138. Locally owned and operated by Jerry and Jeff Allen and Bobby and Louise Williams.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. Down the street on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Smithfield smoked shank portion hams, 79 cents a pound with a Pig Perks membership only. Limit 1 per member. Smithfield butt portion hams, 99 cents a pound. Bone-in standing loin roast is only $7.99 a pound. Bone-in standing rib roast, $12.99 a pound. Turkey breast, just $1.59 a pound. Spiral sliced half hams, $1.99 a pound. Whole fresh hams, $1.99 a pound. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your local owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, and they use only the finest certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Urban Produce, how about an 8-pound bag of sweet Florida navel oranges for just $7.99 for an 8-pound bag? Eastern red, Rome, or golden delicious apples, just 99 cents a pound. How about a 6-ounce container of blueberries, blackberries, raspberries for just $3.99? Russet baking potatoes, only 79 cents a pound. Got to be North Carolina grown sweet potatoes, 89 cents a pound. How about a 3-pound bag of Florida Sunburst tangerines for just $4.99? And you get the 2-liter size Pepsi or Mountain Dew. The Pig Perk price is 2 for $3. Limit 2 deals per person. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. Down the street on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the pig.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're now counting the hours until Christmas time. It's getting closer and closer and closer every hour that goes by. I'm going to remind you that there are only 4 days now to take advantage of the deals down at Onslow County's #1 boat dealer, as determined by the readers of the Jacksonville Daily News and the Best of contest this year. And congratulations to Tideline and to all of the others who won. What are you waiting for? You know, if you're putting it off till now, some of these deals that are being offered at Christmas time this year are really, really good. Timelines, doors open now. Come on down. They close at 5 o'clock today through Friday. And on Saturday, they'll be open until 2 o'clock. Any Aloha pontoon boat in stock, as luxurious as they come, can be yours, and you'll save yourself $5,000 today and through Saturday. That's a right nice piece of change any way you look at it. There are also great deals on offshore and nearshore center console boats that'll take you where the big fish like to play. Need a trailer? Yep, that old boat trailer of yours has seen better days and it's falling apart. And sometimes when you get multiple things wrong with it, it's better to trade it than to try to repair it. Yeah. How about a new Mercury outboard motor? Stop in today, have a chat with George, Elise, or Todd, and you'll save 10% on the price of either a new boat trailer or a new motor. Need some lures? They're perfect to stuff stockings with for your favorite angler. Tideline Marine prides itself on having local professional fishing guides as customers. While Tideline stocks for the pros, they also stock for us, the normal people. Tideline Marine and Family, 159 Old Bridge Street, on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Got a small craft advisory. It's been extended through Saturday morning. Today, offshore northerly winds 15 to 25 knots, seas diminishing to 10 to 15 in the afternoon, seas 4 to 6 feet, dominant period 10 seconds. Sounds and rivers, a moderate chop. Thursday, tomorrow, northerly winds 10 to 15, seas 4 to 6, 2 to 3 near shore, dominant period 10 seconds. Sounds and rivers, a moderate chop. Friday, northeasterly winds 10 to 15, seas 4 to 6 feet, 2 to 3 near shore, coming down, sounds and rivers, a moderate chop.
Today, sunny, high of 50. Tonight, clear, low of 25, and that's very cold. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 56. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, low of 29. And on Friday, mostly sunny, a high of 55. And let me tell y'all, according to this, Christmas Day, sunny and 65.
Woohoo! The window.
Let's go fishing.
You'll have to open the windows if you're cooking because your kitchen will get hot.
I don't plan on doing a lot of cooking.
I've got to pick it up today.
Oh, good for you.
7 ribs.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you do that. Yeah.
Are you going to cook it on the grill or?
No.
7 ribs.
7 ribs.
Nice.
Yummo.
And they do it my way. The Piggly Wiggly out there.
Yes.
On 258. I've stopped by, and so because this is the first time I've shopped at that one. Mm-hmm. Last year I couldn't do it, and then the other pig had closed anyway, and I didn't get a chance to order one because a little bit of a problem
Yeah.
that I was having. So
Yeah.
this year I'm back, and I stopped. I talked to the butcher, the meat cutter,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, "Here's what I want. Here's the way I want it done." And he said, "Okay, we can do that. Not a problem." So
Nice.
it'll be done. I'm looking forward to it. My gosh. Let's see. What else have we got cooking out there? Anything we need to talk about?
Well, there's a big debate on the internet. So let me ask you this, Rayford.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you think it's okay to leave butter on the counter in the dish?
Well, here's the way you
Till it
leave
turns
butter.
green.
There's a way you leave butter. It doesn't last that long around me. But anyway, if you get one of those dishes that's got a little water underneath it, a butter dish that's water, and then
Right.
the dish,
Yeah.
that keeps it kind of fresh. But you can leave it on the counter. You don't want to do that when it's 85 degrees inside your house.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no problem with doing it that way. I do everything I can to take the butter. We don't have any on because we don't need that much butter.
Mhm.
But when I cook with it, or we do some bread or something like that, or have
Right.
waffles or pancakes, I want butter on it. And you can't put cold butter right out of the refrigerator.
You have to let it sit.
Yeah.
According to Land O'Lakes, they have come out with some tips for
Okay.
people. They're saying that the USDA and FDA require that dairy products in the refrigerator, but butter technically doesn't fall into that category. They say that butter is safe to consume at room temperature. However, that's not the only thing, because even though it's, quote, safe, and they use that word literally in parentheses, you don't always want to. Leaving it out can cause it to go bad and become rancid pretty quickly. And of course, that's gross. So they recommend, like, if you have to, you know how like when you're cooking, it'll say room temperature butter or softened butter or
Mhm.
whatever. They're saying, Land O'Lakes is saying, you take the butter out of the fridge for about an hour before and set it on the counter. It'll work just fine.
Yes.
But they just recommend that you do not leave butter at room temperature for more than 4 hours.
Mhm.
They're saying
Yeah.
people's grandmas used to leave it out. My grandma would leave it out all day.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, my mom did too.
I'm surprised. There's a
I
whole lot of things
don't.
as kids. I think we didn't have like botulism and
I just
you
take
know.
a small piece of it, however much I need, and put it in a small dish and nuke it to salt.
That's how I do it. I do
Oh,
that.
And then throw it back in.
Yeah, I've done that.
Why? What's
before.
wrong with it?
You
Oh,
put
you just melt it.
microwaves on it.
Well, that's true too, but at this point, yeah. Some people are urging, this is a cool idea. I've never heard of this. Grate frozen butter using the large holes of a grater or a strainer. Grating the butter onto a piece of wax paper makes it for easy transfer into a mixing bowl. Just let it sit at room temperature for a few minutes and the shreds will warm up. Oh, I never thought about that. I'm going to try it and see if it works.
Okay.
Do you have tinfoil on your windows?
I do not.
No.
I'm going to try
It's
that.
not tin foil. It's aluminum foil.
It is called aluminum foil. We'll definitely say that.
Oh,
but
we're
yeah.
talking about the type you use to keep the microwave. You know,
Oh.
when Jones Onslow first came out with these new meters that they have
Mhm.
that are all, I mean, they don't come out and read your meter anymore. It's all these new digital type meters. There were so
Same thing
many
with the water
people
meters.
that were claiming that it was going to destroy our brain cells to have those meters on our house.
Look, half the food you eat are going to destroy your brain cells. I think the meters are the least of your concern.
Yeah, pretty much.
Come on, all the chemicals people put in their bodies and don't even realize processed foods and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have to you do not have to worry about that meter at all.
I agree.
Yikes.
The head of a Gaza hospital has admitted to Israeli forces that the terror organization used his hospital to advance its military operations, since the hospital is a safe place.
We already figured that out. Yeah.
He's come completely clean and said it. Aman Kara, the director of Kamal Adwan Hospital in northern Gaza, admitted in a bombshell interrogation with Israeli forces that Hamas used his hospital to hide high-ranking military activists. Wow.
Well,
I mean, does anybody else have any reservations about this being true? We knew it.
oh, I'm sure
Yep,
somebody
no
does. but yeah.
reservations.
No, I have no reservations. And
I mean, they've caught them there.
we haven't heard anything else about the remaining hostages. Hadn't heard a peep
Nope. we
at
sure
all. Not one
haven't.
word.
No.
Are they just not going to go
Wonder
get
how
them
the
now?
flooding of the tunnels is
Hadn't
doing.
heard about that
Haven't heard
either.
anything on
Well,
that either.
we're
Nope.
waiting right now for another ceasefire. That's what they're doing. That's what we're waiting to hear about.
Well, maybe through Christmas at least. I mean, shoo.
Well, even
Well, they
during
don't
World
celebrate
War-
Christmas there, so
No.
a lot of them don't. I mean, the Christian people do, but the Jewish people don't. Don't know.
Which
Don't
brings to mind, I know this is completely off track, but I was reading up on Josh Stein yesterday for governor. He's Jewish.
I knew that. I
didn't know that.
Yeah, I
Well,
did know that.
Figure that one.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean last name right, but
No, but I knew it was.
your Jewish mother could have married a Stein that wasn't Jewish.
Very few are not Jewish, though. But yeah.
Yeah, we all need some coffee this morning.
This guy said he knows of 16 people are allegedly doctor or nurse or paramedic or clerk.
What are they really?
They're Hamas.
That's what I figured. Okay.
Telling you, we have Hamas right here in Onslow County.
They also had a total of about 100 high-ranking terrorists hiding there.
I believe that too.
Golly.
So when they gonna go get them out?
Yeah, what are you
I
going to
guess
do with
they'd
the
have to know who
innocents?
they were.
Yep.
Yeah. They'd have to know what they look like.
Yep.
Can't go round up everybody. I mean, they could, but yeah. I just knew that I'm about to read something from I knew it. My friend works here. I'm going to have to ask her about this. Oh, Lord. Good old Rockingham County. Let's see if I can see who the dude is. Y'all, just my county entertains me, my home county. Drugs were allegedly found in the rectal cavity of a Reidsville man being scanned. At 1 a.m. Monday morning, a 39-year-old man turned himself in on an arrest warrant probation violation. When they scanned a suspect, because they have a Tech 84 intercept scanner, X-rays. They do that, and I've known they done it for a while. Like I said, I've got a couple of friends that work there. And they check for objects hidden in the clothes or within their body cavities. Well, apparently this guy didn't know they had them out. Everybody around there knows, but they detected a foreign item in his rectal cavity. He was taken to hospital, and it was heroin and tobacco.
Oh, great combination.
And now the SBI is testing, but I'm sure he's going to get more charges with the heroin. They're
Of
just
course he
smuggling
is.
into the jail. What an idiot. You got to be some kind of dumb. I wonder if Onslow County scans people.
Yes.
Okay.
I think they do.
Just curious.
I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Hunter.
Oh, what has old Hunter done now?
It's not that.
Oh,
The House Republicans are asking the White House why that Marine One's passenger list never includes Hunter. It's been a long-standing tradition, it turns out, of omitting Hunter from other records, such as visitor logs. The White House, we know that Biden is trying his best to distance himself from Hunter, right?
yeah.
As far as the public is concerned.
Yes.
And this is one way of doing it. They keep his name off the Marine One list and keep his name off of other lists too. So it won't show that there's any close contact with Hunter and Joe, Big Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought everybody had to be listed that went on any of those.
You should.
Yes.
So
I
anyway,
mean, God forbid, what if it went down? Wouldn't you like to know who was on there?
yeah. This whole mess is just getting out of complete control.
I agree.
And there's no reason that Daddy Joe, Big Daddy, can't have contact with his son. But
Yeah. I
flying
agree
him
with
on
that.
Marine One and hiding him out.
But okay, I thought that manifests have to be submitted ahead of time of who's going to be on there.
Supposed to be.
Are they just not putting them on at all, or are they
No, just
taking
him
it off?
taking his name off, not letting his name be on
But
there.
why would you? Why I don't understand why. Are they just don't want people to know how often he's using it, or?
Yeah, where he's going, what they're doing.
Huh.
Interesting.
Wondering what else the White House is leaving out of its records. We know the White House never had Marilyn Monroe visiting the White House.
That's true. And they know she
Yeah.
did.
And, there's been lots of people
There's
testifying to
photos of
that.
it, too.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that there's been a lot through the years, all presidents.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, we know about Marilyn.
Mhm.
Yep. We know about Bill Clinton and Monica. Monica sneaking in there.
Well, she was an
worked
intern.
there.
She was
yeah,
an
it's
intern.
true. Yeah, she
but
had
yeah.
she had credentials to get in there.
Right, but
She could
into
walk
the
in.
Oval Office.
Yeah, she could walk in there because she was a
They just
intern.
don't walk
She had
in whenever
access.
they want to.
Well, not when they don't want to. When they want to, don't. She's got to be invited or
Yeah, or
at least buzzed
Exactly.
But she could have been. But they had a relationship, so she would have been buzzed in
in automatically.
anytime. Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's take a break. You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME.
Merry Christmas from our family at Flowers on the Move to yours. We are so thankful for every family that we were able to serve in 2023 and look forward to meeting more of our community in 2024. We are here for all of your floral needs, from birthdays to weddings, memorial services, and everything in between. You can visit us online anytime at www.flowersonthemove.com. Don't forget, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Order early for the best deals.
Hello, this is Senator Michael Lazzara, and as the holiday season approaches, I find myself reflecting on the many blessings of the past year and the unwavering spirit of our community. During this special time, I want to extend my warmest wishes to each and every one of you. May this Christmas season bring you moments of joy, peace, and cherished memories with loved ones. It is a time to celebrate the bonds we share and the values that unite us, embracing the spirit of giving, kindness, and compassion. As we look forward to the new year, let us continue to nurture the sense of community and resilience that defines us. Together, we will forge a path of progress and prosperity, rooted in the principles that we hold dear. Wishing you and your families a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, filled with blessings, hope, and endless possibilities.
This is Commissioner Robin Knapp, Vice Chairman of the Onslow County Board of Commissioners. I just wanted to take this time to thank each and every one of you for your continued faith and support of our commissioners and our county staff. Additionally, I wanted to convey my heartfelt wishes for all of you to have a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. As we say goodbye to 2023 and usher in 2024, it is my earnest wish that God will continue to bless the citizens of Onslow County as we honor and celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Let us not forget the real reason for Christmas and to continually thank God for all the blessings that He has bestowed upon us, and to remember those in our community that are less fortunate than we are. Let us continue to grow in faith and love as we strive for the county an even better place to live, work, and raise our families. It is a time to share family memories and encourage each other to strive to be better and focus on the betterment of our community. Additionally, take this time to remember our service members who are separated from their loved ones overseas as they protect our nation as the first line of defense and protecting our way of life. And to our first responders who run to danger to protect the innocent. Remember their family members as well as they cope with the separation of their loved ones and the long hours to keep our nation and community safe. I hope and pray 2024 brings great prosperity and blessings to our nation and to our county. And together, we will move forward with tremendous progress, growth, safety, and peace. May God bless all of you. And again, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you, and please stay safe.
I had a question about my insurance the other day, so I called my new State Farm agent. And would you believe I talked to the same person who remembered my name? They said that was called service. And then they asked if my dog Max was over his cold. They called that service too. And then they helped me find ways to save on my home and auto coverage. I asked State Farm what they called that. They said service.
Call David Hall, State Farm, 910-455-0440, 1218 Country Club Road, Jacksonville.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. make great money, and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Chino Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
Cold weather is here, and that means the holiday season. Sneeze Ferry LP Gas takes this time to wish you and yours a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Sneeze Ferry LP Gas will keep you warm this winter with complete LP gas service for residential, commercial, or agricultural heating. In addition to LP Gas, Sneeze Ferry LP Gas offers gas, fireplace, and heating appliances, gas accessories, gas water heaters, routed deliveries, budget plans available, and grill cylinder refill with a $5 discount for all military on 20 and 30-pound cylinder tanks. Sneeze Ferry LP Gas sales and services Renai and Navion tankless water heaters. So, for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural LP gas needs, service and convenience, call Sneeze Ferry LP Gas, 910-327-2541. That's 910-327-2541. Sneeze Ferry LP Gas, 777 Highway 210 Sneeze Ferry, thanking all those that serve us, and again wishes you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. If you are rebuilding, remodeling, or doing home improvements for the holidays or the upcoming new year, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridge Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Give the handyman a gift from Williams Hardware, your helpful handy hardware store in Morris City this Christmas. Williams Hardware also cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill. Williams Hardware thanks you for the opportunity to help you with all your hardware needs and wishes you a safe and happy holiday season. Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridge Street, Morris City. Open Monday through Saturday, 7:30 till 6, and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone 252-726-7158 for Williams Hardware.
Hello, Onslow. Royce Bennett here with Century 21 Champion Real Estate. This time of year, I just can't help but think of how blessed we all are. We live in a great country where we can worship as we please, speak our mind, travel where we desire, and choose our own destiny. But I also realize that there are many who are less fortunate than I. So let's remember to share a bit of what God has blessed us with during this Christmas season. Many individuals, civic organizations, and local businesses, including Champion Real Estate, will be supporting the Salvation Army this season by ringing the red kettle bells. Be sure to thank them and deposit what you can in the kettle. The Salvation Army is serving the less fortunate in Onslow County every day. If I can help you with real estate or county issues, please feel free to contact me. And always remember that Jesus is the reason for the season. Merry Christmas, and I wish you a safe and happy New Year.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
All right, we're back, and we have an update here on a story we talked about yesterday, too.
Yeah. The North Carolina Highway Patrol has identified that bicyclist that was hit Monday night riding his bike on 258 west of Richlands, and he ended up dying at Lejeune Medical Center. His name was Jamie Sanderson, and he was 49.
Yeah, had red hair, red beard.
Yeah, and they said his bike did not have a headlight.
Mm-hmm.
And the troopers got the call around 9:45, and the driver did stop, obviously, and he was fully cooperative, and no charges are expected, according to this. Yeah.
Pulling up Mr. Sanderson's record.
Mm-hmm.
He has an extensive record, multiple arrests for DWI.
Which would probably explain why he was on the bike. Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's very sad. This is
spent very little time in jail,
Yeah.
in prison, in and out, in and out, in and out. Some probation in the beginning, then some very short sentences, like 1 year, but serving 4 months. When they give you something that says minimum 1 year, maximum 1 year, and you actually serve 4 months, there's just something wrong with our
Well, if the
system.
minimum is 1 year, then you're supposed to serve the minimum.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That doesn't happen.
This sentencing structure thing is, as far as the prisons are concerned, that's got to be revisited.
Absolutely. I've been saying that for years. It needs to be revisited.
Maybe
But yeah.
Senator Lazara.
Because that's a General Assembly issue. Like they're the
Oh,
ones that
yes.
have to do it.
Yes,
It's
it
not a
is.
law enforcement
Right.
issue.
Nope.
They only enforce the laws that are on the books. The
Yep.
laws on the books are made by the General Assembly.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a wild story. West Virginia, they do wacky things there. Saturday night, others were killed in a head-on crash. They were each on a motorcycle, and they collided head-on.
Oh,
One was
yeah, I saw
24,
that
one
last
was
week.
26.
I did one like that.
And they said they believe speed and wet roadways played a role, but no, the motorcycles were not street legal. They had faulty equipment, and neither was wearing a helmet.
Were they on a road or highway?
Yeah, they were on a road.
On highway,
Yeah,
regular highway?
They were, yeah.
Was that in South Carolina? You
No, it was
said?
in Kanawha County, West Virginia.
Oh, West Virginia. Okay.
Mhm.
I was thinking.
And they died at the scene.
Because I know there's no
Yeah.
helmet law there.
No, they were on a road. It almost sounds like they were like playing chicken, or
If they
I
had
witnessed
head
that
on,
as a kid right in front of my house.
I've had
terrible. I can
highway
still hear
patrol
that
call me
thud.
to go shoot one down in Carolina Beach, just south of
Yeah.
Carolina Beach town limits, years ago, and got there, and the two bikes had hit head on. No other vehicles involved. Two drivers were dead. Passenger on one of the cars, she was messed up bad. I mean, on one of the bikes, she was really messed up bad. But she has. I hope she had a good dental plan. Is all I can tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Her
yeah.
face had lots of damage. But accident, the wreck, there's no such thing as an accident. The wreck happened directly on the center line.
Sounds
and you
like
know
they were playing.
were playing chicken.
They were
They were
playing
playing
chicken.
chicken in front of my house.
And
I was
neither
in,
one of them gave away.
I was in the 6th grade. And the kid did it. He was a freshman in high school and playing chicken with the Chevelle right in front of my
Chevelle.
house. And
Chevelle.
he didn't move. His name was Jimmy Dyer. And I can still to this day hear the thud of his body hitting that car. To this day, it has haunted me, and he died instantly. It was
sure.
awful, traumatic.
And it's something, we haven't really discussed, but are we going to a commercial again?
We need to.
We got to do it right
yeah,
now.
we have to do it right now.
You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME, your Christmas classic station.
Down East Heating and Air Conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986.
Down East is your local Bryant factory authorized dealer. Down East, Bryant, whatever it takes to keep you warm.
Down East Heating and Air Conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
Ready or not, the holidays are here and your calendar is crowded. So if and when your heating system goes out, Down East and Bryant is ready to do whatever it takes to make your home warm again. Because your friends and relatives are arriving any minute. Just call Down East at 910-346-4311.
Down East Heating and Air Conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only copper protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech, luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering. They're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering. Family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering. You stand on it, we stand behind it.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry. Coastal Bank and Trust, voted best of the best bank for 6 years in a row, would like to take this opportunity to wish you the very best this holiday season and to thank you for allowing us the privilege of taking care of all your banking needs this past year. With locations in Jacksonville, Holly Ridge, Richlands, and Morehead City, Coastal Bank and Trust looks forward to serving your banking needs in the coming year. Happy holidays from Coastal Bank and Trust, FDIC insured and an equal housing lender.
Pizza Village, 811 Main Street in Beulaville takes this time to say thank you for your past patronage and invites you to take a break from the busy holiday shopping season and dine with them. There's no doubt about it, the best pizza in Duplin County is a Pizza Village, along with their spaghetti and salad bar. Pizza Village serves true Italian cuisine in a down-home country atmosphere. Pizza Village is open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 9:30 p.m., and Sundays from 4:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Does have a room for your holiday event, locally owned and operated for over 30 years. Once again, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Pizza Village, 811 Main Street in Beulaville.
It's the season of giving, which means a visit to Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, right here in Jacksonville. Select a gift that will keep on giving long after Christmas. Right now, save up to 40% on in-store merchandise, including showcase jewelry, featuring pendants, diamond rings, diamond fashion bands, gemstone rings, and earrings. Need money for the holidays? Barnes Diamond Gallery pays top dollar for gold and silver. Major credit cards accepted and layaway available. Hurry and save 40% on in-store merchandise right now. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville. Open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Saturday.
Merry Christmas from our family to yours. Barnes Diamond Gallery.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Well, you just screamed out, that movie. What movie? We're talking about.
Leave the World Behind.
Leave the World Behind.
I'm not going to tell you the
Watch it,
ending.
yeah. It's a good movie, but the ending will make you mad.
She said the ending will make. I was just like, I sat here for 2 hours.
A lot of people are mad about the ending. It's based on a book. I'm actually going to read the book to see. But yeah, it's an apocalypse movie about like an EMP event.
I think there's a correlation between the young daughter wanting to watch the last episode of Friends and the whole movie.
Well, it's showing that children view danger and whatever different. Like it was very important to her to watch that, and she ate all the snacks. Right. Food was about to be scarce.
Right.
There was all this stuff, and she was just determined.
I've already seen it.
I think,
but I didn't know that was the name of it.
I think that maybe,
yeah.
I think maybe they wrote this movie right before the writer's strike started and never got to the ending. That was my opinion.
I don't know. Some people won't watch it because apparently the Obamas are affiliated with the movie.
Yeah, I've heard
and I don't
that
care
too.
about that. I want to watch the movie. I like this kind of movies. But it's based on a book. So I'm actually going to read the book and I'm going to
see if there's a different ending.
Yeah.
We'll just go to the end and see what.
I'll read it and I'll let you know.
I was just You kept telling me that, and I almost texted you last night, but I was like, no, don't do it. Because I was like, really?
Okay, our time is up again today.
Yes.
So we will see you tomorrow. We'll have Chris Miller, Jacksonville Daily News.
Yes, Miller time.
It will be Miller time, sports director, sports editor for the Daily News. So we'll find out what's going on with the holiday classics and stuff.
Yeah, because the holiday tournament comes up right after Christmas.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's some big stuff going on.
Big deal too.
Yeah, lots of teams, lots of people will be playing. So if you say you ain't got nothing to do next week, you got something to do next week.
Joyce in high school basketball.
There you go. Meanwhile, we're going to take a break here. Fox News is going to kick in here in just a second or two. And then at 10 o'clock, it's another dose of the Daily D's, our buddy Rick Dees spinning the tunes that we all like to hear. Really, really honest to goodness Christmas classics. He'll hand it off this afternoon at 3 o'clock to another classic guy, classy guy. How's that?
Classy.
Hollywood, the man,
He's our
will be spinning
celebrity.
tunes. So anyway, we will see you tomorrow morning bright and early. We will not be here on Christmas Day.
Nope.
Yep. Well, it's just going to be Christmas music. So just hang in there. We'll be back the day after.
That's right.
Oh, well, don't never
Maybe
fear.
still in our pajamas.
There you go.
I will all week. I'm not working all week. I'll come in here every day in pajamas. Just letting you know.
Okay.
Just letting you know. I'll be warm and comfy.
Okay. You're live at local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME, your Christmas classic station. We'll see you in the morning. Stay tuned.